Debra Borchardt with the Green Market Report. We came to Washington, D.C. We talked to some of the senators about safe banking, and here's what they had to say. I wanted to talk to you about safe banking and cannabis and where you think we're going to stand with that.
You know, we need to get it done. Leader Schumer knows that we need to get it done. The Democrats are entirely behind it. We could have done this a long time ago, but we've had a lot of Republicans who have blocked it. So we are hopeful that we can get it perhaps onto another bill that's moving along. That's a little how things work in the Senate. You know, a train is leaving the station and you see how many cars you can hook onto it. But safe banking is definitely one of the things lined up and ready to go.
I hear that the credit card legislation is kind of taking priority over safe banking. Is that?
I think that one's a little more controversial even among some Democrats. Safe banking, we're on board. We're on board. The Democrats are in the right place and the majority leader is in the right place. So I see this as something that could move.
So we think it might get to a vote, hopefully before the end of the year?
You know, fingers crossed, toes crossed. I feel so frustrated answering this question because it should have happened much earlier. So you kind of get to a point that you say, if it already should have happened, what is it that keeps going wrong? And there's just a handful of people who keep blocking this on the Republican side. But we're going to do our best here.
All right, thank you. We've been wanting safe banking to get to a vote. Any chance we might see that?
I don't know. Chuck Schumer hasn't really shown any willingness to work on many things at all, let alone safe banking. I support a clean version of safe banking. I think there's a support there. Chuck Schumer's refused to put it on the floor.
Hi, can you just give us an update on safe banking, where we think we stand? Do you think it'll come up for a vote at any point?
You know, we have a series of significant bills passing through. Certainly creates an opportunity for amendments. It does take unanimous consent to get amendments up, but it's through the amendment process that we're most likely to get this bill passed. It's way overdue. Here in America, we have so many states where you have medicinal cannabis or you have recreational cannabis, where the economy is hampered by rules that make no sense at all. So it's way past time to get this bill passed, and I'm hoping to seize an opportunity in the next months.
About what?
Safe banking, cannabis, and safe banking.
What would you like to know?
Well, I'd like to know if you think it's going to go to the floor for a vote.
I support it, but it's going to have some difficulty on the Republican side. When we have any issues related to cannabis, we tend to run into resistance.
So can we talk a little bit about safe banking? It seems like a lot of people are for it, but it's just not moving anywhere?
I think it's not moving because we're not taking a look at the broader issue. Look, we just had a hearing in Judiciary recently about the danger of certain vaping products that are available in North Carolina. We hear about illicit inputs into the states that have legal marijuana, illicit inputs up to and including cartels. We need a comprehensive approach to this. Banking, to me, is one thing we should consider, but not until we have a federal framework that states can choose to opt into or out of. There's a lot of safety, there's a lot of organized crime, there's a lot of bad happening in plain sight that we have to end, and then let states to choose to legalize it for medical use or for recreational use, subject to the vote of the legislature minimally or a vote of the people.
Would you support scheduling 3 versus Schedule 1, get a reschedule?
What I support is a comprehensive regulatory framework that treats marijuana just like tobacco. The crops have to be reviewed, crop safety has to be in place, illicit inputs have to end, there have to be dramatic limits or maybe exclusions on export controls. The FDA has to approve every flavoring, every vape, every sort of delivery method subject to FDA approval, and the people that manufacture those products are subject to the same sort of repercussions as any pharmaceutical manufacturer or any other business that is subject to FDA approval. If we do that, if we have that discussion, then safe banking, these other scheduling of drugs, happy to talk about it. We've got to get this under control because we have a majority of states that either have recreational or medical marijuana. We have to understand that this is a market that is going to exist and it's going to persist. So the federal government needs to figure out a safe way to allow this market to occur.
Thank you. I'm Debra Borchardt reporting for the Green Market Report from Washington, D.C.